Give us a little. Give us a little. You don't have to say too much. Just a little.
I'm Coréon Dú. I'm Coréon Dú. I'm internationally Angolan. So, born in Angola, raised in diaspora, African heart. My work past 2 decades has been fully dedicated to bringing more visibility, not only to my work, but to those of the Angolan, Palop, and obviously to other African talent. As a musician, as a content producer, I guess in most of the continent and diaspora, most people know me for Windeck and Jikulumesu, as well as I Love Kuduro, and obviously with a project that is very near and dear to my heart, which is the Banda Model Management, where I've been launching careers of very talented young people from the Palop region and all over African diaspora for the past 10 years.
Fantastic, yo. Thank you very much. That's a very exhaustive presentation. I like that. Brother Fresh Nunas.
Yes, Fresh Nunas from Mozambique. Born and kind of raised, came here to Brussels when I was very young, like 9 years old. And then I went back to Mozambique. My family, my father was working for the embassy here. Then we went back to Mozambique. Then later I moved to New York to study graphic design, where I ended up doing music, became a DJ, met Boddhi Satva in the circles of creation of Afro House or ancestral, all this kind of stuff. Advocate, like Coréon Dú say, always for the diaspora of African root stuff. Yeah, I'm fashion enthusiast as well, you know, but I believe mainly known for music. And while in New York, I met Armando when we were all figuring out this Megapolis. And now I'm here with Badi in Brussels. I mean, there is a lot to say, but basically, yeah, I'm a DJ producer, designer and photography by formation, by studying, and yeah, fashion enthusiast. And basically African, let's put it this way, in all sense of the word.
Mr. Lono Brazil, the legendary, the one and only.
Hey everybody, my name is Lono Brazil, and I am currently, I'm American, of French, Creole, and African Native American descent. I'm currently living in Miami Beach, but from both parents are from a place called Louisiana. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Louisiana, but that's where we're from.
Oui,
d'accord. Yeah. So yeah, that's my background. But I was raised, spent most of my teen years in Chicago on the South Side. I don't know if you know much about the true history of Chicago, but it's one of the worst ghettos in America. To this day, the killings are worse than most of other parts of the world combined. We have a real problem there. But I moved to New York in the 80s and became a nightlife impresario, for lack of a better term. And that led to a lot of different things that allowed me access to the rest of the world. I started traveling the world and eventually became a record executive, working with artists like the Beastie Boys. You know, the list goes on. I don't want to start on that, but
no, please, also, please, you need to drop the list, please. It takes 1 minute. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I was involved with the careers and helping a lot of artists get deals and get the global status that they have. Artists like Foxy Brown, the rapper. I've worked with you know, rappers and producers. I have to think. I don't know. I'm getting old. My memory doesn't serve me until someone says, "Hey, aren't you the guy that did?" I go, "Yeah, I did do that." But so I've done a lot of different things with the music and the music space. But as I said, I'm you know, I grew up in Chicago, and I was there in the beginning of the house music scene when that was sort of in its infantile stages. I was in the middle of that mix, and I have since been involved with dance music as well for the last 35 or 40 years. And I still make music, DJ sometimes, but 6 years ago, I got discovered, as you would probably say, if you will, by some fashion people, and I became a model. So now I make most of my living doing what Armando Cabral does.
Not just a model.
Yeah.
But
He's my
the
idol,
model.
guys.
The model.
Armando was the guy that I wanted to be like.
Brother.
I wanted to be like you, man. You were the lightning rod. When you struck, the whole world shook, man. And I definitely feel you. And to this day, I'm pleased to know that you're my brother, and I can always count on you, call on you, and enough respect, Armando.
Always.
Wow.
Likewise.
Was that
Likewise. But you've been too
with that being said, you know, Lono is very modest, extremely modest. But that's definitely one thing that we can attribute to his character. It's his immense modesty and kindness. And well, as we are, I believe, all of us sharing that typicity, I would waste no time and pass the floor to you, brother Armando, Mr. Armando Cabral, the legendary, the renowned, the respected. Please introduce yourself, master. If you do need an introduction, but at all, you know.
Everybody knows Armando.
Trust me, I do need that all the time. But first of all, great to be here with all of you. Boddhi, brother, thank you for the invitation. And each one of you guys represents something. Very close with Coréon Dú as a good friend, and Lono as well, Nunas, and brother, just meeting you now. But it's a pleasure to be here. And for those of you that assisting us, I am Armando Cabral, born in Guinea-Bissau. I was raised in Portugal, and moved to England very young age to study. And where pretty much my modeling career started when I went to study. Initially, I went to England to study architecture, which is something that I still to this day really, hope that I will find time and courage to embrace at some point. And but then I turned turned my studies into business, and then moved to New York. I've been here for the past 17 years now, and started my shoe brand some 10 and 12 years ago now. And yeah, here I am, pretty much finding my way to, connect with my ancestral, source, and connect with all of my collective group of friends that are doing amazing things. And hopefully my contribution will also, leave some mark for the next generation, and in doing so, we'll continue to do things within my field, which is fashion, but as I said, I have other interests as an architecture, for example, and hopefully, somehow, as I go along, I will continue to contribute in this fields.
Wow. Yes, indeed. Oh my God. Yeah, gentlemen. I feel very, very, very intimidated now. From Coréon Dú to Nunas to Armando to Lono. Badi, you and I are the best students of the class.
Yeah.
Badi, come on.
No.
In no way.
Okay.
I always say it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Amen to that.
Oh, definitely.
Baba Badi, the floor is yours.
Okay, so my name is Badi Bangandeka, aka Badi. Badi is my nickname. I'm a rapper, an actor, an activist. I live in Brussels. I was born and raised in Brussels. My parents are from Congo, Kinshasa. I deliver a lot of message about Africa in my music, and since 1 year I'm launching. I've launched a brand. The name of the brand is Banks Couture. Banks Couture is also a nickname, one of my nickname, Banks. So I'm trying to put some memory into the fashion, because Banks Couture is a brand with the picture of my parents, like in the 70s in Kinshasa, my parents, my uncle, my auntie, and I put that on a shirt. I've just released an album. Sorry, I'm more French speaker. The name of the album is Trouble Fête, and I do this album with the one and only, le seul et l'unique en français, Boddhi Satva.
The advantage is that the whole panel understands French, so you could. Yeah, Lono and some people, but everyone else understands perfectly well French.
Yeah, but let's do it in English. I improve my English for this live, and I'm working with Badi since it's like 10 years or more than 10 years, and I'm very proud to be with you tonight.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for these beautiful introductions, and allow me to also greet those who are viewing us, some of those who are checking us out. Sister Diane Regisford, thank you very much for tuning in, beloved. Sister Emmanuel, thank you. Tatiana, thank you very much. Everyone else, please don't be shy and jump in the comments, ask questions, and be part of the conversation. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Family, we've been hit globally for a year, and now it looks like it's going to be probably another maybe year with this global pandemic. I had the privilege to speak on that topic separately, obviously, and also together. Armando, Coréon Dú, and I, we had a private conversation about that. With Lono Brazil, we had that as well last year. Fresh, Nunas, and Badi. But I think the importance of us coming together is actually to sort of like meditate a little bit on what has happened in the past year, and how has it impacted the way we're looking at our fashion as Africans, but not only as Afropeans, and definitely I would say as the diaspora, coming with our different sets of lenses and perspective on things. Yeah, man, let's elaborate on that before we jump into some talks, because I definitely want to talk about your respective creations as well, your respective brands, contributions to the industry, because all of you are key players in your respective industries, one way or the other. But yeah, man, how has this whole pandemic hit both the music industry, the fashion industry, and just overall the creative industry, according to your senses? What do you think can be some of the positive outcomes of it, if any?
Well, I don't know if it's okay if I go first. Maybe age before beauty. You're all beautiful.
Oh,
I'm the eldest statesman. I'll go first.
Baba, no, please. You are our big Baba. The floor was going to be given to you first, but I'm glad you inquired. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, first and foremost, I think on a personal level, this pandemic has really, affected my life and my family. I don't know if I've told all of you. I may have told you, Armando, or you, Bodi, but I have a 19-month-old daughter, born in Rotterdam. She was conceived in Lisbon, actually. When I was there with you, Bodi, I met her mother. And so she was conceived in Lisbon, born in Rotterdam. And I haven't been since March, and she turns 2 in March. So I haven't been able to go to see her. I tried to get her mother over here. They won't let her in. My agency is helping. We have attorneys. It's all this red tape. I was told that if I tried to go and then I am refused and get a stamp in my passport, I'll never be able to get a work visa again in any of the European countries or anywhere in the world, which would basically take me out of the runnings to doing my job. So it's been devastating because, watching my daughter grow up, via FaceTime, it's really, really hard. She doesn't, last time I saw her, she was just kind of turning over. Now she's almost running. She's walking now. And that's been very difficult to accept. But I want to say also too, this has been very sort of mind-boggling as well, because I live in Miami, and when I see that other parts of the world, I talk to my friends in England, I talk to my friends in France, you know, all over New York. I go to New York here and there. Miami is completely wide open. I mean, people like, you know, locals, we wear our mask and we do our social distancing, but this is a tourist city. It's replete with tourists.